Hello everybody, Welfare here, and today I will be teaching you how to make toggles for your model, or for your avatar basically. Now then, first things first, we want to make sure that you have your model in there, you want to make sure you have the materials and textures in there, and if you don't know how to add that in, you click on your little model right here with the play button down below in this little assets box right here, you click your model, and then you want to go over towards the material tab, and then that's where you extract the textures and extract the materials. Name it whatever you want. As you can see, I named mine's materials and textures, of course, just to tell me what is what, obviously. Next thing you need to do is go over to your rig file. You want to go to your rig tab. You want to go to where it says generic, and then you want to go to humanoid. You want to click apply. Next up, you want to click configure. This warning doesn't matter. Just push configure. And over here, you're going to see that the head has a marking. Okay, you want to go over to the head. Now then, right eye. This should not be here on the jaw. Click it, and you want to delete it. Push the delete button on your keyboard. Simple as that. Okay, this is very important because the model needs animations, and a model with a generic rig cannot be animated. So therefore, excuse my stuttering and excuse my other mistakes I may make while making this vid. But yeah, all right. So you push the done video. Okay, cool. Now it says animation type humanoid. Your model is a humanoid, not generic. It's humanoid. Now that you've done that step, here's the next very important step. You want to click on your model here in the tab. You want to go to add component. You want to add a VRC avatar descriptor. All right, here's a quick disclaimer. I do have the Gogo Loco 1.8.6. That is the newest version as far as I am aware of. I don't believe there's ever been another new version out there yet. I'm not sure, but if anyone could tell me, that'd be nice. But next thing you want to do is you want to scroll down towards where it says expressions, where it says customize. Oh wait, sorry guys, but before that, you want to go to the playable layers. As I said before, I have the new Gogo Loco installed. So what you want to do is click all of these. You're going to leave that alone for now. We'll get to that in a minute. But you want to make sure all of these have what it needs. So you're going to type in on a larger space. You're going to look for the regular Go Local base, additive, and then you're just going to go Jester. Cool. And you're also going to go actions. You can have your own action menu if you want, but go over actions. Alright, so the effects here. The effects menu here is very important to have because the effects is what we're going to use with our animation that we create. So how do we get an effects menu? Simple. You want to go over to the search tab right here, this little bar right here. You want to type effects. Now you're going to see all of these sitting here. You want to go to the one that says Go Local Effects Beyond Controller. After you click it, you want to push Control D to copy it, and you want to drag your copy over into your assets folder. Okay, and after you got everything set there, you want to go over, push F2 to rename it. Gonna rename it to so considering the model I'm working on, I'm gonna just name it that. And then next, you want to go over here, click on your model, and you're gonna want to drag that into the effects folder. And we'll finish it off by doing the sitting one, as well as the T-pose one. I typically don't do the IK pose, but if that's something you do, then cool. I don't really mess with that one. I just go as far as this, and I just go on about my day. Alright, so now that we've got the effects menu there, the little effects controller, the next thing we're going to need is our menu and our parameters menu. How do we get those? Simple. We're going to go and right click. We're going to go to create. We're going to go to Vrchat, avatars. we're going to go to menu. We do the same thing for the parameter menu. So for example, I can name it, okay. And then I'm going to do the same for the parameters. Cool. Next up, we're going to click our avatar. We're going to scroll down. In our avatar descriptor, we're going to go over here, drag the param into the param, and the menu into the menu. All right, after we've done that, next up, this is also important. We're gonna click our param. We're gonna click the plus here, and we're gonna name this uh, weapons. We're just gonna name it weapons. We're gonna change it from float to bool. This is important because this is what allows the toggle to happen. And we're gonna push it. We're gonna Control C after highlighting it, and then we're gonna go into our effects controller where we have all of this. Now here's the next important part. Under the parameter part, we're going to click the plus here. We're going to click bool. A new thing, like a new menu will appear down here. And we're going to want to make it exactly that. Weapons. We want to make sure it has the same name with no misspelling and no lowercasing or anything. Otherwise, it's all going to go wrong. It's not going to make up well. Okay, after we've done that, then we want to go to the layers. We want to make a new layer. We're going to call it, my reference, I guess. We're going to click the settings, the little change layer settings here. And where it says weight, we're going to change its weight to 1. Cool. All right, we got that prepared now. That's what we're going to use after we make our animation. Now, how do we make an animation? Okay, simple. We're going to go over to here where it says window. We're going to push animation. We're going to go over here and push animation or Control 6. My bad, for the slow stuttering or the delay. My mind is still working. Okay, so we're gonna go here, animation. Okay, cool, we got that. We want to click on our avatar. We want to click create, and then we're gonna name it sword. I'm gonna name it sword time. Now we're not gonna push the record button just yet. We're gonna go back to our project. We're gonna drag the sword into the scene. Okay, so next up, I'm gonna set it down to, I like to set it down to 0.1 since that's where I like it to be. That's where it's likely going to be. Now, I'm not gonna twist and turn the fucking sword. I'm not gonna twist and turn the sword to like match up with this. But yeah, because I don't think I need to turn the whole sword just to show you how to do this. So let's say for the video's sake, we're going to just adjust it a little bit. There we go. Now, let's say you want the sword to appear in your right hand. This is the right, this is the left. Now then, it's not going to just pick up the sword because the sword is a separate thing from the model itself. If we want the sword to be connected in animation with the model, what we're going to do is we're going to open up the arrows here. Make sure we go over to chest, right shoulder, right arm, right elbow, right wrist, and I just like to drag the sword all the way into the right wrist under there. Okay, cool. Now it's connected. Now then, now that we have that, we're gonna disable this check right here to turn it off because I'm making an animation for it to turn on. Now then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my animation. I'm going to push the record button, and then I'm going to go back to the sword. I'm going to turn this box on. Okay, it's recorded. It records me with the sword in my hand. Okay, that's on. And if I want to make one for an off toggle, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to click the box, then I'm going to unclick it, and it'll be sword off. Okay, Now that we've done that, next up, we're going to sort on. Cool. We're going to go over towards, oh yeah, please ignore the extra controller here. That's nothing. We can get rid of that afterwards. But we're going to go to our writing effects. We're going to go towards the same row file here that says my weapons, because this is important. And we're going to drag the sword off option first, so that the entry, what this basically does from the entry is it makes sure that when you spawn in, the sword isn't automatically in your head in your hand when you spawn in. We're going to make sure the sword isn't automatically in your hand, and we're going to put the sword on right after. Cool. Now this is where the extra stuff comes in. We're going to right click, we're going to make the transition from here to the sword on, and we're going to do the same with sword on, making the transition to sword off. Then from sword off, we're going to click on this arrow first going down to sword on. We're going to uncheck the hash exit time because we don't need that. And we're going to go to transition duration. That 0.25 is just going to be 0. You can keep it at 0.2 if you want, but that's just a slower enable. And personally, I like my enables to be fast. So there you go. And conditions, we're going to push that. Now see where it says weapons right here? This is where the parameter shit comes in. I gotta stop because holy shit. Fuck, I did. Yeah, okay. YouTube's gonna cancel me. Alright. Uh, now that we got it, we're gonna set it to true. Now, an easy way to do this to save yourself some time is to right click, push copy transition parameters, and then we're gonna go over here, right click again, and we're gonna paste both after we click the arrow there. And then we're gonna change this to false. Saves you plenty of time. Okay, cool. Now, what about the menu? Ah, yes, the menu. Now, without the Gogo logo there, but if the Gogo logo was there, this would be common sense, but we're gonna go ahead, push the arrow. We're gonna name it, weapons. And I like to create a sub menu for my weapons to kind of separate it. You don't have to do this, but it's optional because with the sub menu, I can just go ahead and create another menu that just like how we did with this and slap it in. But for the sake of this video, once again, we're just going to push toggle. And where it says parameter, we're going to click the none button. We're going to go over towards the weapons pool. Boom. And now, what's going to happen is, we're going to stop this. There we go. Now then, now that we got our animation, let's see. By the way, this is Gesture Manager. If you don't have it already, I suggest you get it. Should be available in the Creators Companion already, but if it isn't, you can search it up and get the prefab from wherever. But Gesture Manager is really good. I highly recommend it. It helps you a lot. Okay, it helps you test out your abbeys before you bring them into VR. So we're going to enter play mode, and then we're going to go to scene. And then as you can see right here, the avatar looks like this. And here's the expressions menu. We're going to click expressions. We're going to click the weapon. Boom. The weapon appears in the hand. It appears just like that in hand. And then when we toggle it off, boom, it's off. On, off, on, off. And there you go. That is how you make toggles for any weapon or anything you want to put on your avatars. Hope you enjoyed the vid. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll be posting more. Alright, see you everyone.